Hello everyone and welcome to the very first pre-alpha look at Ultimate ADOM Caverns of Chaos. As you probably know, ADOM has been released slightly less than 25 years ago, and we figured now is time to provide the world with a more modern approach to roguelike gaming without losing any of the depth and replayability that make the originals so great and fun to play. So again, please keep in mind what I'm going to show you here is very early in development, so it's not even remotely finished, but I want to show you a couple of gameplay mechanics. So the first thing you do when creating a new game is to create a new character. We obviously keep the permadeath alive. To do that, you first select a faction to align yourself with. This ranges from the Legion of Underdrakon to Brennabon, the Master of Magic, to even being unaligned and an adventurer on your own, venturing into the Caverns of Chaos in search for fame and wealth. The faction not only gives you a certain boni to your character and determines how NPCs you encounter in the dungeon itself will react to you, it also determines what your actual goal is. So the game will play very differently being a member of Underdrakon's cult than being a lonesome adventurer. Because it's really important for us that you are able to play the game in a way you want, and part of that is obviously to allow you to create the character you want. We may have gone a bit overboard when it comes to gender selection, but we are definitely going to keep this in the game. So you select a race and a class, and don't be too disappointed in the limited amount of professions you can see here. Something we have not implemented yet is the skill system. This will come at a later video. When creating or when selecting a profession, you will later be able to select skills belonging to that profession. So for a wizard, for example, you get to choose out of 10 different magic skills, 3 of them, which opens a lot of experimentation. You can be a necromancer throwing fireballs, or a hydromancer, freezing enemies while animating golems. The combinations are very near endless, and even among the skill trees themselves, you have a lot of different options to choose from and to discover. It's not implemented yet, but it will be very soon. So the procedurally generated dungeon that you enter is fully realized in 3D, so you can have a look at everything, and obviously the walls and the floors will have a lot more decoration, so don't look at this too closely now. This is just a very early development build. You wander around exploring the dungeon, encounter lots of colorful little monsters and defeat them. We are obviously a wizard, so we are not limited to just attacking things with our awesome axe. We can also cast pretty looking spells. So you may have seen a couple of things here. So first of all, it's a lot. Body parts are flying all around. You can disarm this character by just cutting off his arm. This is not only for gratuity, because the necromancer later will be able to use all these body parts to either augment their undead creations or to graft them on themselves to turn themselves into a very, very powerful, if very ugly, undead abomination. The second thing you might have noticed is that monsters drop exactly what you see them wearing. So when you see someone running at you with an axe, this axe will drop and can be later used. Our engine is already powerful enough to include a couple of fun traps and triggered events, such as random tentacles approaching when you're entering a cultist's room. We are going to make heavy use of that for in-game quests, which will also be partly procedurally generated. One of the coolest things for all the items that are lying around here is that these can be animated. You probably saw this here in our radial menu, that an animate object is a spell. Everything is an object. including walls and doors. And with a Wave of Life, a spell that we only have in here for showing off, you animate everything you see, including walls and doors, thereby potentially opening up a lot of different rooms. You can see a floating arm here that has been cut off earlier and will now fight for you, at least when you control it. That's the very first look at Ultimate ADOM. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. Please stay tuned for more videos and gameplay stuff and information coming very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching.